live. Nate, come back! I just said I was coming. We were going back. What? Nate, come back!
He's boycotting.
Already? We just started.
Rightfully so.
Doesn't like your naming capabilities. Won't stand for this.
That's fair. That's very fair. Apparently, I'm a terrible namer. Anyway, hello, you beautiful internet, you, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Careful Cantrip, where a group of friends from coast to coast do their absolute best to get lost in dungeons, and at times, even run away from dragons. As always, I am your host for this pleasant evening, and these lovely players beside me are my warriors of dices. You, fine folk, do the thing that you do on a regular basis when we start.
I don't want to.
Hello? Nate, you weren't even here! Where did you go?
He's wherever he wants, Dave.
If I'm here, we start, Dave, and if we start, we end.
Wow.
I mean, he's not wrong.
That got to poetic real quick. Say hello to the people.
So I'm just not going to start.
Okay.
Oh, that's what we do.
Can everybody else say hello to the people?
Hi.
They were really nice and gave us a hype train today. Just say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, thank you for the hype train.
Thank you.
Yes.
For
I'm
the
going back
hype
to my
train.
room.
Thank you very much. No,
let me know when the guests are gone, Mom and Dad.
Can everybody stop leaving for a minute?
I'm going to do a sad train.
Is this what Barrack feels like?
Bathroom.
Deep cut. Deep cut. Thank you for blowing the whistle, Nate. I appreciate you. What did we miss?
That was so weak.
That was pretty sad.
Yeah.
Did you thank the people for their donos and stuff?
I was about to.
Okay,
I was just about to.
What did we miss? You asked. I was being helpful.
I thank you for being helpful. Let me rifle through this real quickly. First and foremost, Vorteria, thank you so much. Welcome back for 18 months. Kaz also coming back for 18 months, but also subscribed for 25 months. Kaz, I don't know how you broke math, but congratulations on doing so. Cross dropping 4 new friends. We appreciate you very much, Cross. Thank you. GF Powers coming back 46 months. Damn, 46 months. I think that's like 13 stream babies. Someone check my math. No. I will. Yeah. I believe that's actually carry the one. 74 babies. 74 stream babies. So there you go. Your math has been checked. Kids. That's a lot of children on the digital children on the internet. Ross, thank you for dropping the 500. And then Powers, are you ready, Beck? Are you ready? Beck, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
No.
Do you want to hear what Powers did?
No, you're not ready.
No.
You don't want. No, take it back.
Am I blessed by the gods?
Dropped.
He hasn't even said it
yet.
Yeah.
Dropped.
No, it's the base.
Dropped.
This is the least favorite thing in the world.
200. Soft. Supple.
It's that
round.
It's everything else is okay,
bouncing
but it's in front of it. Really just kind of.
So
what's the opposite of ASMR?
200.
I'd rather just scratch my fingernails against.
Just dropping those biddies.
This is the stuff that you listen to when you're trying not to fall asleep on the road, just because the rage you feel overpowers the tiredness. Thank you,
Powers. Appreciate you very much. And also, Biscuits McShits. Welcome back, my friend. Thank you for the 5 biddies. Dropping it's like it's hot. My new favorite.
Thank you, McShits.
Yeah, also, Beck, you already got the God's blessing thing earlier. People like you. People like you.
Because I'm
like your stuff.
likable.
You are.
You are.
Yes, Commander Scribe. Or sorry, Commodore Scribe.
It's Scrib.
Scrib.
There's no E at the end.
Well, fuck me. Why don't I just leave then?
Yeah.
Saying it wrong this whole time.
Nate, you're now the host.
All right, cool. Hey, I specifically do have hostly duties here, and I got some questions to pick with some people in chat, namely B-Town, Powers, Cookiemon Steve, Danosaur, J-Rex Gaming, Nathan Sawyer, Vorteria, TC, Kazan, and you guys did a one-shot there on Sunday. Am I correct in assuming that there, David?
It got very emotional. Yes, we did.
I want to hear how it goes. It was the Patreon one-shot we've been waiting for. This has been hyped up for like a month or two now. So like, give us some dirt.
Well, I built a brand new mechanic. So they gathered, and now they're going into the Underkingdom, which is essentially this world's version of like the afterlife. I built a new mechanic for them called Soul Brands, where they had to give me 5 memories that basically get etched onto their hands as threads of memories. And as long as they have all 5, then they exist. But if they lose all 5, they immediately get erased from all of history. They are not even a memory at that point.
Damn.
Sounds depressing.
It was crazy. It was cool.
With Justin Timberlake.
It was cool. It was cool. And we saw the comeback of a favorite, I would say NPC, but that's not necessarily true because it was a PC.
Like a computer?
Are we talking this campaign?
No.
Oh, Scrump. I know it. It was Scrump, wasn't it?
I plead the 5th.
I would have felt it.
I peed on the 5th.
You would have felt
I
it.
would have felt it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have felt it.
Where would you have felt it? Nate?
In my cockles.
Where are cockles?
In my
What are
trusticles.
cockles?
We're like around like there, you know, that like you know,
On the hips.
medically.
Medically
technically.
speaking. Okay.
Medically speaking,
This
you're
is
on the
so
hip.
confusing. I'm
Oh,
uncomfortable.
God.
I would have felt it in the trasticles.
I don't know what those are.
Okay.
Tell you.
Is that the Patreon thing, Nate?
Yeah, as a Patreon shout out. It was my clever way of thanking everybody for their support over there. Of course, there are other folks over there contributing as well. We got quite a few people on the Red Hook Rogue and Blue Queen Champion tier, Evergreen Ranger, and of course, our lovely free tier. You guys can just go hang out, check some things out, check out the comic books that are getting uploaded. It's pretty dang cool. But we love you all, and check for your names during the episode. I believe we have that scrolling by tonight. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. Also, before you go on to a 13-hour announcement,
Right.
Commodore Scrib, you asked me a question, and no, I will not move on. We will not start the episode until the question has been asked, because now I'm damn curious. And so is Biscuit McShits.
Yeah.
Shits.
I am too now.
Big shits.
Did someone say biscuit
That's what I was
McShits
thinking
in like
too.
I don't know, like an Irish accent or something,
Oh.
or Scottish?
Mac, that'd be Mac
How would
Shits.
that go? Biscuit.
That's a different.
Oh, hey there, it's Biscuit McShats.
Yeah, there we
Yes.
go. There you
Mac
go.
Shits.
Yes,
Basket
I like that so
McShots.
much better.
Scott. Which
Basket
one of you took the
McShots.
Biscuit McShat?
I like it.
Okay, is it my turn for announcements?
No.
I guess.
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
Okay, I have 2 announcements. The first announcement is there is a poll in our Discord today about who Rune would push in front of a bus.
Why are you so determined to murder one of us?
Yes.
And
Really
we
gotta
already
make
know the
sure,
answer.
like,
Go ahead.
No one is
The longer this
buff
goes
to
on, the
Jason.
funnier it is to me. So, listen, you have until the end of tonight's episode to get your vote in, or an out of or in context explanation as to who else you think Rune would push in front of a bus. Other contenders have been Barrick, Jeremy, in an attempt to scare Jeremy into
Monsters.
crying.
Wow. What is wrong with you people?
And the votes keep
Yeah.
going up for
Actually,
me.
Jeremy makes sense.
That's
this
fair.
is still winning.
I mean, Jeremy makes sense.
I mean,
Kinda
she's
house.
thrown Jeremy. There's
know
already
what?
physical action there that's been aggressive.
In the last episode, I am going to give you the most adorable pet. I'm going to name it Bonnie, and then it's going to get smashed by a trolley.
Beck, you
That's
voted
so
for me.
rude. You know, I shared that detail with you with trust. Bonnie is still the cutest name you can give an animal.
I'm going to make it extra cute and then murder it.
Damn.
I must say, no one has yet, or at least before we went live, has yet to have voted for Veya. So
Yeah, Veya
Smart.
voted
I mean,
for
they
me.
That
just know
might
what the
change now.
consequences
That
would
might
be.
change.
No one votes for Veya.
We would feel
Listen.
bad for the bus.
That's unlikely. Veya hugged Rune, and so we're in good graces now.
we're besties now.
Yeah.
Frenemies.
So,
to lovers.
once the winner gets shoved in front of the bus, what will the people who chose the winner get? Like, what's the
They
prize?
get bragging
Yeah.
rights.
I
Okay.
killed Fizz
That's pretty good.
as a t-shirt.
I killed Fizz. They get a T-shirt that just
Because
says
of course
I
you're going
killed-
to shove the winner in
Yeah,
front of the
I
bus.
killed.
like
I killed
assume.
Fizz, and all I got was this shitty T-shirt.
And it's just
That's gonna be
Fizz-
the
it's like
last
the-
merch that we
The
ever
art
do on
of
this
Fizz,
channel.
like with a tire over it.
Yeah, exactly. Just tire tracks on him and X's across his eyes.
Yeah. If any of you vote for Veya, though, I will find out, and you will regret it.
Wow.
She'll even write it in her diary.
I will. That no one
They're not allowed to
watches.
read them.
No one will ever know about.
Yeah.
So it's in question of the day, Draconic Skull. So go into question of the day, and you'll see who would ruin push in front of a bus, and then you can click the emoji to vote on your corresponding person.
Oh, no,
In our
Veya's gonna vote
Discord.
now.
Oh, okay.
First in, last in, first out.
Cass is like, shut up and do the next announcement. Move on, Raina. This joke is dead. Like Fizz.
It's not a joke. This is needed.
Wow.
You know?
I'll remember that.
Okay.
Maniacal maternal laughing is a weird look on you.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next thing is I have to apologize because I've forgotten to read the comments on our videos. And I've received a couple reminders, gentle reminders, to do so. So I'm going to be reading the comments from episode 39. Funny enough, there is 2 songs and a comment. So I'll start with the first song. This is from Khan. Dave, would you like to do the thing? Okay. Wow, that
Honestly,
was
10
super
out of
sped
10
up.
on that.
Yeah.
The loudest he's ever done. He actually just broke the microphone.
It's true.
Okay, this song is short. Veya's mom has got it going on.
Going on.
I agree. Thank you for that.
She is a
Con.
badass. It's fine.
The next is a comment from Dinosaur. Surprised no one offered up Dana as a baby name.
You mean Dana? Wouldn't that make more sense, Raina?
Oh,
Dana.
Dave and
Part of the
Raina.
name.
Dana.
Oh, I've been
Oh,
trying
Dana.
I was like, Dana.
None of us got it at first.
I know. I read the comment before we went live too, and I was like, I must be missing an inside joke.
I like to think it's completely just self-serving, and it's Dana he's going for. He wants
Yeah.
Dana space hyphen soar.
Yeah.
Right.
As a baby name. That's,
Yeah.
I assume.
That's smart too.
yeah. That way you could have other kids and hyphen them soar as well. So, you know.
Wait, he
Okay.
even spelled it Dana, Dayna. Okay.
Yes.
What did you?
Okay, that's
It's okay.
Listen.
Yeah.
Okay, the next comment is.
we're not judging. We're not judging.
It's on the list. That's
Everyone
all
else
I'm hearing.
is. We're
The
not.
next comment, I'm not 100% confident in my ability to sing the song, so I'm going to try my best, and we're just going to go
It's a
with
musical episode.
It is a musical. Okay. Everybody. Oh my God, Faye is back again.
Oh, God.
Bunny slammers, get your friends. And if rude should start to get in the way, Faye has promised, go ahead and make my day. Don't dare, I don't know which part in the song this is. Don't dare hit her with your slander. She could be your new commander. So all the
Somebody did a whole work on this. Who wrote
trippers,
this?
This is
jogging
top
Yeah.
tier
clogs, not
work.
slippers. Oh no, all you trippers. Yeah. Being flown a kite brings no jitters. Yeah. Face is back, all right. Careful, Cantrip's back again, all right. Hashtag give Jeremy wings, David.
Nailed it. I just
That was
might
from-
now. Wow.
That was from across the stream.
Can we get a round of applause in chat?
Perfect.
Round of
Perfect.
applause. Claps in chat, please and thank you.
That was so good. Raina, you did such a great job bringing that to life.
I'm
Claps
Now,
in
next
chat.
time, you're going to have to practice it and put it to a choreographed dance.
Yeah.
Yes, Cass.
We
you
expect
should-
stomping of the yard.
You should attempt to sing it and put it in the Discord. Then we can just take that recording, put it over me attempting to sing it, because I got lost in the song. I couldn't. I was
Just have
like,
AI make it.
I don't know. There's a lot of comments just now. I mean, we have "Please God stop." We are already dead. We
Yeah.
have "My ears they bleed."
But in a
So
good
I think
way.
this is looking
Clearly, it had an emotional effect on people.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
I love it.
It resonates.
Yes.
Yeah. That is, I think, it for the announcements. I think that's it, right?
I don't know. You
Yeah.
tell us.
I
You're
think
the
so.
announcement person.
I mean, I
yeah.
think so. You know,
Okay.
whatever. We'll chat in Discord if I forgot something.
B-Town, you're
I-
supposed to use the leeches for that. I gave you the leeches for a reason.
True. That's true. We also did come back from Commodore Scribe with their follow-up question.
Scrib.
Yep.
Not anymore. I just changed it. Congratulations
Hey,
on your new name,
chatter.
Scribe.
Absolutely eviscerated my ears.
First-time chatter.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave, what's up with the Biddies ASMR? Did you have to get a university degree to learn how to do that? That was intense.
Horrifying, I think, is the descriptor you're looking for, Scrib.
Oh God.
Commander Scribe.
Oh my God.
Scrib.
I
Clip this,
in
Scrib.
fact, did go to university for ASMR.
No, this is
I
my.
wanted to do it on the radio, but they told me I said supple far too many times.
This is
And now
At all ages, radio
I do it on the internet for free because if you can't do what you love, you gotta love what you do.
Thanks,
Shout
Dave,
out-
for the
shout
traffic
out to you.
report.
Dave. We got HR calling you into the office. You're gonna have to deal with that.
Again?
I hate
can't
that the
keep saying
rest of us had to
supple
sit through that.
Thanks, Becky. I love how you say what we're all thinking on the inside.
Yeah.
DM Dave coming in clutch with the first aid ear ASMR.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh.
And here we are at 8:30 again.
Yeah,
We made it.
it's okay.
We
I
did
just
it.
want to see Dave's new career of reading erotic books now. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I bet there's good money in that.
Probably.
There was
On
a
Fiverr.
wild song on the wind as the Panus
No, you know what you should
flip-flopped
read?
on the pirate deck.
They did a podcast around it. The podcast is called "My Dad Wrote a Porno."
Oh yeah.
Yes, you
You
told
should read
Dave
that
he
one out
should-
loud.
You already
Yeah.
told Dave he should listen to that one. I
Yeah,
think, right? Yeah.
yeah. Commentary is uncomfortable. I feel like that's
Someone-
right up his alley.
Someone who's actually in radio just said, "I'm hired. I'm done. I quit.
Perfect.
I retire." You know what? It
Nailed
works
it.
out. Thank you,
This is a
T-Bard. I
terrible
appreciate
decision.
you.
Got a couple more episodes. It's fine.
Everyone will move
We're
out
almost
of
good.
those radio wave areas, like a mass exodus.
Our viewership has never been lower.
Oh my God. We're back again.
Damn it, right? Oh god.
Okay, listen. I object to what Captain Scorpion is saying now. They're saying, "Thank you. You can't change my name. Thanks for everyone sticking up for me."
Oh,
Listen, Captain.
don't demote Commodore Scrib.
Okay. No, never mind.
Oh,
I'm
not
just not
working.
gonna.
Reading
We're
is
just gonna move
hard.
past that one.
Yeah.
We're gonna move
It's
way
okay.
past that one.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Also,
All
I
right. Well,
wanna
that's
call
all we've
out
got.
that you
Those
were
will be all the announcements. Shut up.
inaccurately doing
up.
in-sync dance moves while
Everybody
Raina
shut
was
up.
singing clearly a Backstreet Boys song.
I'm just gonna cut to it. Commodore Scribble. That was a good one too, Tank Hunter. Also, Tank Hunter, thank you for the 10 bits. Appreciate you. As well as the 45. I didn't even see that one come in. And also, Raina, you got dark-hearted. Ha.
That sounds about right. That's how I start every episode now.
Yeah, that's there we go. There we go.
You have to do
That's
something
like
just to get
the
rid of it.
I'm just annoying. When's Rune
This one
dying?
I'm gonna dedicate to Scrib for messing up their name.
Players, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, are you ready? Uh-huh.
And Trip, also, Ifzio, thank you for the follow. We appreciate you. Welcome to the Tripper family. We're totally not a cult. We just like blood snuggles at midnight. We are going biscuit McShits. Thank you for commenting. And Trippers, are you ready?
Dave's big trippers. We had a big old 10-4. We ready here.
Well, in that case, without any further ado, let's just damn right go ahead and jump right into tonight's episode. We'll see you on the other side.
We were not live.
You guys missed my Kelly Clarkson rant.
Yes.
What happened? You did a Kelly Clarkson rant?
Well,
Yes.
Raina made some assumptions. I don't want to get
Since
into
you've
it
been
now.
gone.
Stop.
Well
Dang.
played. You're on fire tonight. You know what? You get inspiration.
Thank
Just
you.
because I like you.
Thanks.
Not
Apparently
the
you're
rest
the
of
only
us,
one.
though. Wow, playing
Wow,
favorites.
Veya and I literally are. I don't know if that's Veya or Beck. The lines are so blurred now.
Fair.
I can't tell if it's Fizz or Beck. I can't tell the difference between the two anymore.
I didn't realize Veya isn't in the intro. I think.
Oh, I thought you
Dave-
purposely just didn't like me, Raina, and were leaving me out.
Wait, she's
No,
not?
I thought we had a
Dave-
meeting about that.
That's what I mean. I think Dave has the wrong version by accident.
Is Fizz in
So-
it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, was Fizz in it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. I'm to all the people watching on YouTube.
Who cares? We have 2 episodes left. Who cares? No one cares. They just want to hear the song. That's all they give a
This
shit
means
about
I'm
anymore.
not even supposed to be here.
Oh, no.
He isn't on the shirt either. What shirt?
Have you been a ghost this whole time?
Dang.
What shirt?
Dang.
Vey gets her own shirt now.
Yeah,
This is
we'll
true.
just do a Veya shirt.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I played in the entire campaign, didn't make it into the intro, and all I got was this shitty T-shirt. I will say.
Can we get a new drawing of Veya with like 2 fingers up or something?
Yes.
Mhm.
I think it's appropriate.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be on the T-shirt. You could slide your hands into it, and then you get the Veya fingers.
That'd be cool, actually.
Mhm.
Yes.
That would be pretty cool. I
Also,
like that.
can use it to commit crimes. I'm not telling you can. You should, but you can.
You
It
use
is
your middle
impossible.
fingers to commit crimes.
Yeah, because you have like gloves wherever you go.
What do you
What's up
do,
with Minnie?
stab
Is she
somebody
actually
with-
real? Oh yeah, we haven't even addressed that like at all. We
yeah.
should probably address that because we haven't said a single thing about that. So for those of you who are wondering where Jess has been, because she is a real person. She does
Yes.
exist. But Jess is not doing too good these days. She's fine. She's not dying. I repeat, she is not dying. She's just
on the run.
She's
in
on the run.
recovery. She's in
Vaping.
recovery.
She
Okay.
is deep undercover in witness protection program right now. We wish her all the best, and she'll probably come back as soon as that mob boss is behind bars. So there you go. That's where Jess is.
I know that Jess will be here for the final one shot that we were talking about with the OG cast. So, and we are still canvassing dates for that, but it will be in June. So you will see Jess again before the end.
No joke, holy hell. Yeah, no, she's in fairness, she is not in witness protection. She is not running from a mob boss. She is just she's just
taking
not
care
here.
of herself
We'll just
right
leave
now.
it at
Dark
that. She's
joke, but they
Jess
already
is
got
not
her.
here. That's all we need to worry about. When she comes back, she'll be back. That's all you need to worry about. Also, pass the lube. What the fuck are you talking about, B-Town? You know what? I'm done with this. I'm
Get to the
starting the episode.
episode.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Everybody shut up. Chat, that includes you too. Shut up. We're starting the episode.
Oh, Jesus.
Pass on the love.
Maybe replay the intro, but this one with me in it too.
Yeah. Front and
Just
center,
put-
main character.
Put Beck in the corner while it plays. She can just sit there like,
I don't know
I'm a
what's
real
happening.
player.
I don't know if Dave is like.
think
what's
I'm
we-
happening.
checking something. Hold on.
Do you want me to stall?
Looking to
Because
see
I have a
if there's
really
any
good
stall for me
question.
for a
Join.
second.
Fizz, if you had to push,
Nope. I have a question. No, we don't.
no, none.
Raina's getting their bus license.
I
at
do
the
want to
moment,
hear.
which
I
is
want to hear how
great.
Fizz in particular, in character, would answer though.
yeah. So Fizz, if you had to push Veya or Rune and Al together in front of a bus,
why you gotta group up with me? Like you just don't feel safe alone.
because
That's a 2-for-1 deal.
yeah. Listen, I'm just saying Veya is morally better than both me and Al together. So.
Morally better, but I still think it'd be harder to push Veya in front of that bus. So I mean, as a survival technique, if you have to, I'd fall on that grenade for you.
Okay, none of this counts. We haven't started the episode yet. So let's go ahead and roll that intro, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Bam, 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 bam. This is the intro. Bam, 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 bam. Totally has Veya in it. Look, this is starring Oh, Beck is in this. She plays Veya. Wow. Oh boy. Oh, look at that. Bobby is Barrick, but what really matters is Beck as Veya. She is the best. She's better than Jess versus as many. Yeah. Beck. Oh, Veya is great too. Oh boy, this is so good. Who's this Al person? No one really cares. Fizz is pretty cool. He's got a goatee, but not as cool as Veya. Who plays Beck? Who's Veya? Yay! Intro. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
That was the official intro that I was able to change it on the fly. So,
Yeah.
if any of you wondered, so
let's get serious, and we're about to fight CDG. Thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah.
hang on. I don't know if I screwed up the music again.
Oh no, David.
Oh God.
God fucking damn it!
Ew, David.
I quit. I'm done.
Dave. Why can't we have that audio teed up? I feel like that's so important.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like that's going to be your kid's first sentence?
No.
Ew, David.
That's pretty much what it is. All right, I got music again. I fixed it.
Okay.
Thanks,
So-
Tank Hunter.
When we last left our heroes beneath the blood-red banners of the Pride, the party faced down the Inquisitor and Commander Ward herself, Veya's own mother. But with courage and cleverness, Fizz slipped the rod of truth to Veya, allowing her to shatter the veil clouding her mother's mind. And finally, with clarity restored, the two subdued the Inquisitor, taking him alive for answers. And answers they found. From the Inquisitor's lips came a chilling revelation. The Crow, long thought a loyal servant of the Empress, is plotting a bit of a coup. With two of the Gnome King's relics in his grasp, but the mind and the courage and the heart still beating in the party's possession, he seeks to reshape the world in his image. The balance teeters, and the stakes have never been higher. Returning to the Emerald Rebels camp, the party handed the captive over to Lucy, who, ever the unpredictable sorcerer, eagerly extracted more secrets. The Tin Man, it seems, may hold a key to penetrating the Crow's sanctuary. And after his usefulness had dried up, Lucy, without a second thought, transformed the Inquisitor into a potted plant. Fizz, in turn, offered his own opinion on the matter with a well-placed smashing of said pot. Together, the party and Lucy returned to the Pride's war camp, using the rod of truth to awaken the soldiers from the slumber of lies they had lived under. As minds cleared and memories returned, Commander Ward made a heartfelt proclamation. She would no longer lead. That honor would now fall to her daughter, Veya, who stepped into command with the weight of two legacies behind her. But as the troops rallied, Lucy let out a sneeze. An accidental surge of arcane power rippled through the camp, conjuring fragments of visions and echoing whispers. And though the images seemed unclear, one word rang out in everyone's mind like a prophecy half-formed. Convergence. And so, our story continues. As the lights of Lucy's premonitions now begin to fade, you watch as Lucy's body now slowly starts to descend back to the clay ground to which all of you stand upon. His head now bowed forward slightly, and after a few moments, he seems to regain consciousness, as if awakening out of some sort of trance. Huh. That was quite a forceful one. I haven't had one of those in quite some time.
That was disgusting. You probably should have sneezed into your elbow at least.
Yeah.
You're quite right, Veya. Or might I say Commander Veya. Oh, is it Commander Ward now? This might get very confusing.
I mean, you just know me as Veya. Just stick with Veya.
Veya, right. I always like that one better. Only one syllable. Easy to remember.
It's
It's
two.
two syllables.
You okay? That sneeze rattle something loose?
Yeah. Did you lose some brain cells when you snorted Stumpf?
It's always strange when I let loose a sneeze, whether it be by dust, pollen, or pepper. I've had adverse reactions to sneezing, well, my entire life, but strangely enough, it's been quite some time since it's relieved itself in such a manner. I think I'll be fine, though.
Okay, so just a question. All the things that we saw, it seems like a lot of those things might have been in the future, or maybe a different reality, or what could be, or maybe...
Yeah, it's kind of anyone's
Was-
guess at this point. There's so many different things we've been through.
Yeah, kind of wondering if you know
Yeah.
what we just saw.
Was it perhaps a mushroom-induced hallucinogen from the Mushroom Kingdom? We've done that too.
What did you see?
Convergence.
Yeah.
Convergence.
I mean, everyone heard it here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna yell over to like a guy mucking out a stall. Hey, you hear the convergence?
Oh, I heard the conversion. It was all up in my brain thought process.
Yeah, see, everyone heard of it.
Yeah. Do you know what that is?
Just a single word heard from... or through everyone.
There's also
Something
an
to
image of a
consider.
crown.
Not something that immediately rings out, but let me spend some time with it, see what I can mull over.
Also weird that a future vision has the grasp of, common knowledge of language. Yeah, it's kind of odd. Who was saying convergence? I kind of have a question about, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it just the universe talking, or was it?
Yeah, there was.
Maybe it was Barrick. That'd be fun.
It was
Maybe achieve super celestial sentience, and now he's gonna come down and be like with laser hands and save the day.
That'd be horrible, because wouldn't that mean he's dead?
No, not necessarily. Maybe it'll mean he lives infinitely forever.
And also laser hands.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
most important thing.
If it's laser hands, are the lasers coming out of the palms of his hands or the fingertips?
Good question, Veya. A very good
Well, that's
question.
a pretty stupid question if you ask me. If it's
What?
laser hands, then it obviously is coming out of the palm of the hands. If it comes from the fingers, then we're talking about laser fingers.
Okay.
But laser fingers could just be selective fingers. If it's everything, thumbs aren't considered fingers.
And like a pinky too. Is that a finger? It's got a
Yes,
different
of
name.
course it is.
Well,
We'll
when-
ask Barrick when we find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the sound of one hand clapping with laser fingers?
oh my gosh, I think we're
They're
getting
saying
off
fingers.
track. I feel like this is not that had nothing to do. No one had laser fingers in your vision.
I don't know. There was a guy back home, David Bowie. He used to make this cool music with his guitars. He sounded like he was in space and stuff. He had laser fingers.
Quite the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lucy, there was like a guy holding a crown or something too in the vision.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
That
not
was-
see it?
Yeah, you're the one who made it.
Unfortunately, I didn't see. I remember sneezing and then, well, having everyone look at me strangely.
Oh,
Yeah, I once sneezed and hit my head on a table and I woke up. I don't remember it. So I
That
have been
explains
there.
some stuff. Fun fact, I actually did that when I was like 4.
Dave, did we see the crow put on the crown?
You saw
was
a
it
figure put on
A
the ground.
figure. Okay.
Is this common? Like, do your sneezes always predict the future, or is this just some weird fever dream we've all had now?
My sneezes have always brought some form of arcane strangeness, whether it be a gaggle of kittens, whether it be a unicorn being sneezed out named Boogie, or potentially having all of my arms fall off.
Oh.
Not unheard of, but first time a premonition has come through.
But you think it's a premonition then? Not just some weird nightmare.
Perhaps. I do have the ability to see all of the timelines. Whether it was a premonition of this one or things to come in another. Hard to tell.
Well, I hope.
Perhaps that's what convergence means. Perhaps it's all of the timelines coming together as one.
Is that safe?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. So we just have to stop everything that's going on here, and then maybe everything will stay separate. And we can go back to our original timeline and go back home and awaken our family there, right? Does that mean the people here aren't our real family? Are they in a different timeline?
I would say that best to focus on exactly what's in front of you. Allow things to manifest as they come.
Right.
I don't think we're going back. I think if we take what we take from the crow, we have to find somebody to create a whole new reality. So I don't think we're going back. Like really, actually, truly back.
Oh.
But that means we could have a say. We could have a say that maybe the witch lady, I forget her name, it's been so long. Fuck. The witch lady who ruined our whole village and all of our families are asleep. Maybe that could just not happen. I don't know.
I'm glad it's not your mom anymore.
I once knew a witch named Kim Kardashian.
We're gonna get sued now somehow. I don't know.
You got to change it up, Kimothy.
Yes, that was the full name. But we all called them Kim.
Of course, yeah.
She was part horse.
So centaur.
No, the upper half.
So hold on a second here. I know you're onto something there, but going back to your vision, if we think that the convergence is a bad thing, why is it bad? Because
I didn't say it was bad. I just made the comment that if all of the timelines were to converge on themselves, that you would have infinite possibilities all strung together in a single instance. And something tells me that that type of chaos is not something that's sustainable.
So my question is, do we think that that's what the crow wants? Is that how he creates his world? Or the crow also doesn't want a convergence?
He'll make it in his own vision. Remember, the Inquisitor was saying that he wanted it for him.
Right, but
make himself a god.
But this is my point. If this was a premonition and we saw a figure, we don't know if it was the crow or maybe whoever we figure that can actually create the reality that we want creates the convergence, whether it be the crow or somebody that we trust because we think we're doing something right. So I'm trying to figure out if the crow is going to make the convergence or if we might. Maybe it was a warning. I don't know.
What else was in the vision? An individual holding a crown, the word convergence. Anything else, or was it just the two?
I didn't take very good notes. Sorry.
Can I roll a history check, Dave?
No, because this happened last week. You guys should know this.
I have no idea.
I literally wrote guy holding crown and convergence. Those right. No.
That's better than I did. I just did all caps convergence.
And I wrote that we have to go to the industrial complex to look for the Tin Man. So.
Hold on. IT dude, did you clip it? Can you send me the link?
Let's watch it back live right now.
Listen, it happened all so fast. I don't remember every little piece of it.
Well, perhaps it'll come to you in time. Once you remember, and
I hope
feel
it
free
comes
to come
in
find
time.
me.
Ugh.
Oh my god. Dave,
Yeah,
are you
perhaps
not
it'll
gonna
return
help
to you like clips in the wind, like visions, short bursts around 30 to 45 seconds worth of memory, all of a sudden ingested
But where would those clips
into
come
your
from?
mind.
We just
clips
pulled
aren't
them out of
ready
thin
yet.
air.
The
Well,
clips
it
aren't
could
ready.
it could be from a lovely sorceress, a bard of some type of horse. I'm stuck on horses today, but
You are
a
very
horse
stuck on
handler, a dude, if you will. It could come from a dude, possibly a dude rancher.
Sorry, is Lucy a horse dude or something?
I'm
Just really
starting
into
to
'em.
think that.
No.
There's
a lot
horse
of
girls.
stuff.
Is he a horse dude? I don't understand.
I
Yes, like,
believe
why
they're
are you
pronounced
so into
cowboys,
horses?
but I've always had a fascination. As soon as I sneezed out my first,
And you would have
they've always
one
fascinated
of
me.
our old friends then.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm remembering some things.
It's coming to you?
would.
Veya, like,
knew you would.
closes her eyes and holds her hands out. Okay, I'm just gonna read this. I hope this is right. 5-sided sigil in
Yes.
the sky with chains that
Yes.
fall from the height, and there's these prism fractures, and then there's a silhouette of Lucy, I think, curled inward, drifting into the
doesn't sound
skyscape, reaching with light towards some distant figure. I don't know. It's all very blurry and kind of bullet pointed, but helpful.
And the Ruby City was burning.
And Ruby City was burning.
Well, that does sound not good. The 5-sided star with chains.
Yeah.
That sounds something similar to what Fizz had seen.
Fizz.
Oh yeah,
Was it?
yeah.
Wait,
Hold
you
on.
saw something, Viz?
Someone help
Why is he
Fizz
just standing
out.
there like that?
in his
I
It's in my
believe he's in
mind
what's called the
library.
Mind Palace. Yes, or
Yeah,
Mind
that's it.
Library. Mm-hmm. Yes.
well.
Carry on. One sec.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, as I was saying, all of these things seem.
Oh. There's a book with an orb. And then there's like golden chains wrap, and they wrap into 5 and they pull them into the orb. Them to the orb. There's an orb.
So there's an orb. Maybe that's also the sigil in the sky, and whatever's all these pieces chained to it pulls it in. What are pieces? Is it
There's
a
like a
piece of
man
the
with a
Goblin
book?
King? He's in pieces, right?
Oh, I remember more stuff. Wow. It's just all coming back. Okay.
You know, we just ate sometimes, your brain turns on after food.
Yeah.
So yeah, beams of light, like Veya was saying, and there was a bunch of visions. One was the Ruby City burning, but it becomes warped and it took on the shape of a misfigured crown. The second was a cloaked figure on a golden throne, and in his hand is that crown, and there was a lot of energy. And then the third vision was the 5-sided sigil, and it began to fracture. The fourth was about you, Lucy,
That was
and
me.
you were levitating and trying to reach a female who had her back turned. And then the final vision was just the word. We just heard it. It said convergence. So that's it.
But also, in my vision, the 5-sided star was 5 people and lines connected to them.
Is it the gods?
Lucy?
How many gods are there?
Well, there
There's
was
only four
there
of
was
us. plus
Elskar.
many. Maybe it's us.
Elskar, Iman, Valari, Tukor. There's another one. Hythena.
I'm not familiar with those names. There's, of course, Sleeping Beauty. There's Father Time. There's the Fairy Godmother. There's Old Man Geppetto,
I remember him.
Yeah, but
Dorian
there's
the Woodsman,
right.
of course the Mage, who we are all familiar with now, King Death. That's more than 5 already.
Right, but that's not the 5 points of the 5-star, the 5-sided star though. There's too many of those gods.
So what's
Yeah, that's the
5?
point there, bro.
Wait, what about
was-
Solomon? Hold on. Where does Solomon fall into everything?
He was the mage.
Well, because there was a
That doesn't
flute
seem
player.
right.
There was a flute player that came in and then blew the flute, and then chains wrapped up everyone and put him, in the book or in
What
an
was
orb
the
or
flute
something.
made of?
Can I history check that?
Sure.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I have flute player in there. Oh, jeez.
I found another cat.
That was 15.
Just come out of nowhere.
The 15, it was difficult. You would assume it's wood, definitely not skin.
Okay.
That's a relief.
Oh my god.
Veya's gonna get angry and kicks a rock. Why do they have to have all of these symbols and things? Why couldn't they just write it down like an instruction book in a, I don't know, tome or something that we could have found?
What if the
Oh,
architect has it?
Stupid rituals and visions. Why can't they just talk to us? Why does it have to be all this symbolism? I don't get any of this. This is why I never liked any of the gods. They're never direct. They keep all their secrets, and we're supposed to get it from these sneezes of information.
Yeah.
Well, let's slow it down for a moment. So first there was the Ruby City burning, which
Right.
isn't necessarily a bad thing from our point of view.
No.
Right.
Right.
There was the 5 points of the star that were breaking,
Yeah.
so they wouldn't be converging, and if they truly are the prisoners, assuming that they are the ones that are bound in chains, perhaps they are the ones that are converging? It seems unlikely based on the premonition.
Oh, wait. But remember there was one orb that kind of was disappearing behind a veil? In my vision. Sorry, I don't remember. You wouldn't remember, Lucy. I was there, and I'm just kind of recounting everything.
I also don't remember. An orb behind a veil?
Yeah, like one was like kind of disappearing behind another one though too. So maybe that could be like a part of a convergence.
Like an
But it seems like this person with the flute in the book is kind of like running the show. Because they're the ones who are chaining people up, and then those are the ones who like showed up in the vision and opened up the book too and everything.
Well, perhaps convergence isn't a bad thing then.
I mean, it's kind of what sounds like what the crow's trying to do, but maybe that was the version if we won.
So maybe we
Ruby
just
City
need
wouldn't be burning.
5 people to converge.
Perhaps.
Someone to be the. Hey, was that joke that I made earlier about the 5 of us being the star? Is that true now? Are we gonna be the convergers?
There's no way we're that
Convergees?
important.
I mean, I don't think they need anybody completely important. They just need bodies, you know.
Maybe we're the parallel. Because there's 2, like maybe there's 10 technically, right? But like there's another option of us in this other world. Stay with me. And maybe we're that representation of those people in this world. Maybe Al's on to something. Maybe we are the 5-sided star.
No, we're not the 5-sided star because we've seen the 5-sided star has to do with Alcor.
That was way back in the well.
Yeah.
Right. It has
we
to do
saw
with
the Alcor.
Alcor.
I wasn't
And
there.
okay, so we saw basically Alcor was his name. This hot grandpa guy comes in and
It was very hot.
I don't think he was that attractive, but
Did have that in my
guys didn't
notes.
you didn't see him. Only I saw him, so you have to trust that. He was the hot grandpa guy, okay? So he comes in all white-haired and suave, and he starts just like taking people out, and then wipes off the 5-star sigil that was on the wall to sort of hide it from time.
So I remember the man with the book, the mage, was named Brother Adelon.
Okay.
Lucy, does that sound familiar to you?
Brother Adelon. No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Oh,
Maybe he's not important then.
maybe. But his book is, then.
Did you read it?
No, it was in the vision. He was holding it the whole time.
Maybe we need to find that book. No.
That's not necessarily a bad idea.
Finding a book? Is there a library or something? Or do we find that in the Red City?
The crow's nest, maybe.
I would hold on to something like that.
The book may be a metaphor.
Okay. For information, maybe? Insight, wisdom?
Knowledge.
Don't
Definitely need some of that, Fizz.
A footstool.
Good one.
I believe we're just grasping at straws at this point. We need
I
more
wish-
information.
Yeah.
Can you sneeze again?
Here, I'm gonna grab a flower and just.
Throw pollen at him.
Imagine it worked.
We're trying our hardest.
Everyone dies.
No arms for anyone.
He tries to sneeze a few times, but I'm sorry, I have an aversion to pollen. If I do happen to sneeze again, perhaps one of you could take more methodical notes this time, instead of just trying to cobble things together.
Hey, I remembered very specifically the things that happened.
I was in shock,
Ro.
right?
I had
Why don't you
friends who
describe
helped
them
me
to us?
remember.
I did.
Oh.
I one by
You said
one,
very
all
specifically.
4 visions and convergence.
It's true.
Thank God there was this audience of people of the Pride that were here to potentially help in certain ways. It would be awful if, say, perhaps you weren't with a large group of people and I just happened to have another one of these visions. What would we possibly do?
We'd probably just be TPK'd.
Yeah, probably. We would lose. We would lose is the answer.
Yeah.
Hey, does anyone remember what happened? Can we all share visions? Can we get together? I roll like a persuasion or something.
Wait, no, hold on. No, but seriously, out of game. I don't think there's anything else.
There was nothing. There's
Okay,
nothing else
yeah.
additional that was shown.
Okay.
In this video.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, let's think about, aside from the visions, what we have. We have the pieces of the Goblin King, right? Like his
Gnome King. Yes.
Gnome King.
Gnome King, right? Sorry.
We have
Starts
his
with a
heart.
G. His heart. And we have the rod.
Yep. Yes.
We don't
9
have
inches.
gods.
We don't have what?
Gods.
That's true.
Yeah, we're probably in pretty bad favor. Although Solomon, maybe. But I don't think Sleeping Beauty is going to be very helpful.
We potentially have the Hierophant, that's another thing.
We have the pride. We know we need to get to the crow so we can at least reveal the truth, but the revealing of the truth doesn't stop the convergence itself, which we know we also need to at least not let the crow be part of the convergence.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the Tin Man has more information too. At the very least, maybe where we can find a book or something. Because
I
we have to
agree.
go talk to him about how to get into the crow's nest anyways in the industrial complex.
Right. That's
So
a good idea.
we're going there anyways. And maybe he knows, maybe he has a book, maybe he can direct us to the library. Or
Mhm.
We think
I
Solomon
like
would
the
be
idea
able to
of it.
help, though? How can we
I
reach
don't know
him?
Take a while to get back there.
No, we
Alright,
can't send
we
a
count
message,
him out.
right? Yeah.
Look, I think we kind of got everything we need. We just have to put the
Yeah.
pieces together. Also, I think the only way to really start any of this is to go and bust up that crow tower. So we're kind of stuck on making any progress until we at least do that. Maybe by then everything will kind of be a little bit more clear.
That's fair.
Maybe
Yeah.
this is just predicting our future. Maybe the destruction we cause makes the Ruby City burn. The crow has, the crown in his hand. Lucy almost reaches a girl or something, and then the convergence happens. We break the five-sided star. Maybe it's just telling us, maybe when things come in front of us, like maybe after the crow has a crown in his hand, a five-sided star will appear, and we just know to break it down or something. I don't know.
We got to
Yeah,
talk
maybe.
to the architect.
Yeah. We should start there.
Yeah.
Lucy,
Do you agree?
Veya kind of walks over a little bit more timidly. When you think of this convergence, does that mean like the individuals could possibly be combined and lost? Is it like a sacrifice of themselves?
Honestly, there's two ways to think about this. One in a negative light, where convergence in its truest form is the smashing of two things together, or multiple.
Right.
Doing something like that, well, if I take two rocks and smash them together, not the best outcome. But there's also a second version, one more integrated. One that fits two pieces together naturally, like a puzzle. Perhaps, if what I'm hearing is correct from Fizz, if we are in fact in one area of one world where there was another and there was only ever meant to be one.
Sounds like everybody's going to get a lot more cozy.
So there's
Sounds-
still at least some form of transformation.
There's always transformation. Transformation is not something necessarily to be worried about. It can be unpleasant at times. And sometimes you do have to shed in order to get new. But if there's one thing that I've learned over my time, it's transformation is necessary for progress. To find out what you can become. I like to
I get
err on
that,
the
but-
side of that.
Lucy, do we expect actual like transformation? Are we going to become like a dragon or something? Because I feel like every time we've had this reality shit, we're still us. You know?
I wouldn't necessarily agree with you there, Al. Are you saying you are the exact same person through and through than when you
we've learned a
first
lot.
started?
Definitely not. We've learned a lot, you know. I can only speak for myself here, but I feel like it's been a long journey. But I, aside from some emotional transformation, I guess you could say, I don't know if that's enough for us to combine universes just because we learned a little bit over the span of a year.
Perhaps it's not your choice. Perhaps that's how the cosmos hope to play out. But I would say, even if they are just small emotional or intellectual changes, you've grown, you've learned, you've become better.
Veya will turn back to the group. So it sounds like there's a chance we could be part of the convergence. Or maybe that we have to be.
Yeah,
I think it's important that everyone here makes the decision for themselves because, well, it sounds like if we go into this, we're not going to come back the same. That could be a good thing and maybe it'll all be fine, or maybe it'll be very dangerous or we fail, but I think it's important that we see this as to where we are right now. That we have to make a decision about letting our past and maybe who we are now be up for sacrifice for our future.
I don't know about you all, but I'm getting kind of used to this at this point. I mean, whatever this transforms into next to, to say that we're not just going to do it again. Do it again. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I don't know. I feel like we've done this more than once. What's another one, you know? As long as I remember you all, we'll patch it up on the other side. We'll reform. Maybe we'll be a little scattered. We'll find each other.
This one seems more permanent, Al. It's less of an accident. All the other ones have been accidents or people trying.
All the other ones were permanent as well. We just didn't have control over them.
And that's the thing, right? Before we were thrown into it, we didn't have a say. But right now, I'm telling everyone here, it's actually a choice you get to make. As your commander, I want you to think about that choice. No one's required to take any step further in this. Knowing that maybe you won't like where it goes. I don't know what that means for your families. I don't know what that means for us. We haven't had a lot of decisions, and we've been honestly really impressive of how we've handled things so far, but I think it's important that we do make the decision if we want to move forward or not. That there's power in the choice that we're making. Instead of feeling like we've helped so far like victims of our circumstance.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you talking to us, Veya? Because I thought we were all in agreement on this shit. I thought we were going forward.
I'm just making sure we're all in agreement. I know it's the plan, but I didn't want it to be assumed. I was trying to have a moment where it was giving you like opportunity to think about things instead of just assuming, because it's a big deal. I mean, we could risk. Maybe I won't see my parents again after this.
Maybe I don't exist, you know?
Maybe Fizz won't even be here. He's kind of nice, I guess.
Yeah, seeing your parents or not seeing your parents would suck. I mean,
I would echo Veya's sentiment. This is not something that's meant to be taken lightly. And while I very much appreciate the gung-ho attitude, Al, perhaps it is best that all in attendance consider what it is we're actually doing here. I'd
like to remind everyone, not to cut you off, Lucy, but what's the alternative? I mean, what are we just going to let the crow do his own thing and he's going to do what we're trying to do and then let him just figure out the rest of the world and erase us from it anyway? Like, the only other alternative is we don't exist. So I don't know what the argument is here. We're literally fighting for our own survival and everyone that we love. Whatever comes out on the other side is going to be what it's going to be, but staying here means certain loss of everything.
It's not a great choice, but it's still a choice we can make. And we have a little bit of time. If you want to write a letter to your family, I'll say goodbye to anyone, just in case.
I guess my point is, Veya, is even if we were to write a letter to a family or say goodbye, if we don't pull this off, they're not going to exist anyway. My writing a letter won't exist. We wouldn't be in here. You wouldn't exist. This wouldn't exist. Everything we've done wouldn't have mattered. So it's either we go through or we just don't exist. There's no other alternative here. We know what he's trying to do.
An honorable and admirable conviction, Al. and I hope everyone lands on the same conclusion. But I do agree with Veya, this needs to be an individual's choice. As Fizz said, what if some don't exist after all of this? At least here and now, they do. We don't know what tomorrow brings. And going headlong into it without true conviction through and through, like yours, we don't have room for hesitation where we're going.
Yeah, Lucy's right. I mean, there is a third option, Al. I think you're just too good of a person to see it. But the third option is we stop the crow and we leave things here. And here could be great without the controlling powers here. We stay in this reality. My mom's here. You know? Your brother's here.
Yeah, I'm not against that, Room, but I feel like we gotta at least figure out the first thing. You know? I'm down to leave everything the way it is. I mean, it's not pretty. I still don't know half the history of what's going on with my family, but it would give us time to sort it out, and if we had to do something after that, we still could, but I feel like we gotta take the gun away from the madman before we even have that option.
Oh, yeah.
That I think we all agree on, Al.
Yeah.
What happens next, as you said in the tent, who decides what happens next? Perhaps we should get to the next first.
Okay.
And when it comes to who makes the decision, clearly Jamie.
We'd all have wings.
So Jeremy
Except for
does
you,
want
bro.
to fly?
No, Room, you misinterpreted that. He meant metaphorical wings to lift us
Be
up.
risky.
Don't try to throw the pig.
If he wants to fly, I'm just saying.
Oh, God damn it.
Someone's got to help him. This first...
Minnie, Al's gonna walk up.
We have a little time to at least get our shit in order and say goodbye before we go.
We have a few days' march ahead of us. Perhaps we take the time, gather your pride as well as the rebels. That should give us a few days to decide and close any loose ends, making sure that when we do enter the Ruby City, it is unified for those who remain.
I don't think it's any doubt that we all want to go in on this. But make sure your shit's in order before you go in. If we're going to be shaping the world, you better make sure your perspective's right. She kind of looks over at everyone. And she kind of lands her eyes on Fizz, looking up at him. We may not know you after this. Maybe we go back to our old world. Maybe it's a whole new world. But I'm glad to say I know you at least.
Hey, maybe we already do. You guys remember that dude that used to sleep underneath the bridge outside of town? He was real smelly. Maybe that's you, Fizz.
Maybe I got my tribe. And I'm back in the Susian Hills. Who knows?
Everyone's somewhere.
If you get to shape it, you might get to decide where you are.
That's what that's kind of my thoughts too. I mean, if we're steering the ship, Fizz, can't we just take you with us? Gods be damned. I mean, we get to pick, right?
It's a lot of ethical power. Just figure out where you want to be and who you want to be with.
I will, Commander. Thank you.
Oh, Commander. So formal.
It was an order. She kind of yells at Al.
Speaking of orders, Veya, I believe it's probably time to address your pride.
Ugh. So many speeches. What am I supposed to say to them? They've not seen me at this level, and I just get handed it under this. They barely just get their memories back.
Perhaps now's not the moment to give a rousing speech. More just one thing in front of the next.
Right.
We have a ways to travel still. You have time to think.
Fine. I'll go get the pride ready.
I'll take the time to find the rebels. We'll meet back at the war camp. As Lucy gives a nod to each of you, now heading off, Veya dispersing into the crowd, beginning to do what she's never done before, command. With the rest of you assisting to the best of your abilities. Getting the pride ready for the long march ahead. And that's where we're going to take a short rest for the evening.
Oh, bio break. I need one so bad.
Sorry, I forgot to pick a spell when we leveled up from last session. I was like, oh yeah, I got a new spell. So I was like looking through, I was like, what can I help Veya with to like rally the troops? And I was like, summon undead, summon shadow spawn, summon
Please.
lesser demons.
Rule through fear.
That would be
I
so
think.
Lord of the Rings to summon the undead. Like, here's my ghost
Yeah, I think I got
family.
something to help you. And it's just,
They fulfill their oaths.
go back, grab.
None of
With
this
that
is
said, folks, we are going to take a short rest for the evening. So, hey, go get your orange juices, go get your apple juices, go get your convergence juices. And stick around, because we will be back right after
like
a
orange.
short break. We'll
It's
see
a
you real
mimosa.
soon, folks.
Bye.
Bye.
It's one of those rocket drinks with the different flavors.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for hanging out. Nate,
Hello.
Nate is boycotting the stream again.
Again.
That seems to be
Yeah.
his. See, he's got his boycott face on.
On
He's
strike.
kinda- I love that you can just see him in frame right now.
Yeah. That's
Come on
the
back, man.
grumpiest face
Come on back.
I've seen him make ever.
He is
As
not
his
happy
union
about
steward,
this.
I have to say, he doesn't have to go back to work if he doesn't want.
Thanks,
No.
Peter. I'm not happy with it, but I'm here.
Uh-huh.
Fair.
All right, are we ready to jump back in?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
So ready.
Got this. Let's figure out how to alternately change a universe in our favor and become ultimate sentient beings.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
here for it. I'm here for it.
Raina's finally going to get their magical girl transformation.
I kind
The
of
second one?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah, we all get one.
Sailor Jupiter, or
Well,
Like
we're all
Sailor
gonna become
Moon?
cool stars, right?
Biz just
Hop in
goes
the
from
air,
dirty to
go
great.
around,
Yeah.
different dress.
Al's going to come out and be like, bitching.
Prime Princess Sailor Power.
We definitely should have recorded those for our promos.
Oh no,
Yes.
I
that
got
would've
the
been
gassy
awesome.
planet.
So,
Oh my god, I can't. Okay.
Hi, Shova.
oh, hi, Shova. Everybody say hi to Shova except Nate.
Hi,
No.
Shova.
Hi, Shova. You
Yeah,
already
no,
did.
Nate-
You can't
Nate,
take a
you
high
already
back,
said hi.
dude.
Nate, you said
Yeah,
hi
I
already.
did.
Too many
Yeah,
highs.
Damn it.
That's inappropriate.
As high as Wu-Tang gets, back
High
as high as
reverse.
Wu-Tang gets. As you gather up the pride, breaking down the camp, eventually meeting with Lucy and the rest of the rebel camp, you begin your march towards the city. The days that follow are unlike any before. Watching the two collectives march in tandem, especially for you, Veya, seems uncomfortable. Once bitter enemies, now shoulder to shoulder. Emerald rebels and soldiers of the Pride, united not necessarily by their histories, but by some form of truth that they all seem to share. The tension lingers, Glances that held memories of bloodshed, whispered regrets. But something deeper binds everyone now. Even with the side glances from time to time, the look of trepidation. All know that you've all been played. Just puppets dancing on a string of a crueler hand. And through these wounds of war, they still sting, but a shared purpose has begun to sew them shut. The combined forces push forward, steadily making their way towards the Ruby City. It's not an easy journey, through tangled woods, open plains, past ruined watchtowers and forgotten shrines. And as you grow closer and closer to the crimson walls of the capital, the air seems to grow heavier. Every single step feels like a heartbeat closer to fate. The night before you plan to reach the city proper, while all begin to camp for the night, the five of you slip away from the hum of the larger camp and find a somewhat quiet grove not too far off. The trees here are tall and reverent, like silent witnesses to what would come. You build a fire that gently crackles, casting a soft glow of gold across faces, all seemingly worn from both war, fighting, and the road. A moment of silence passes. This could be one of the last that you ever have. For the first time in days, there's not necessarily more strategy to discuss, no weapon to sharpen. All that stands around you is the flicker of flames, the hush of the wind, and the weight of what tomorrow might bring. As you sit in silence, you find a moment on each one of your friends' faces. Not as warriors or rebels or former enemies. Something deeper. Something more akin to family. As you take a moment, Lucy begins to approach. I see a bit of quiet time before the main event. I'll leave you be in a moment. I thought it just best that I tell all of you that, as per your instructions, we've worked out somewhat of our game plan for tomorrow. The rebels in disguise will start to create some level of commotion in areas away from both the Crow's Nest as well as the industrial complex, giving you both free reign of both, or hopefully at least. Nothing too devastating. No citizens will be hurt, or at least we'll try our best not to do so. Once the Pride catches word, the barracks will start to empty, spreading them out and thinning their numbers. The Commander Ward, or I guess ex-Commander Ward, Captain Ward, I'm not sure exactly what her title would be at this point, will lead the rest of the Pride that stays loyal to you to the barracks themselves. A split and conquer strategy, as you all laid out in Muffet and Thunderboar's tent. Of course, if there's any change of plans, by all means, let me know, and I will make sure to relay the message to any of those that need to hear.
Hey, thanks, Lucy. Kind of helps to know that things are a little bit organized without us. I thought we'd have to be directing battle maps and things on this one, but hey, it sounds like you guys got this under control. We just got to get into a thing, right?
Not easy.
We are just following the plan that you set forth.
Yeah, it's good to hear. What about when we get to the tower? Do you think this whole amplifying the staff and, kind of waking people up, do you think we should do that? Or do you think we should just kind of skip right to the main show and figure out what's going on with this convergence?
We can't know what the convergence is until all obstacles are overcome. Better to think with a clear mind and a clear path than have distractions. In my mind, that's exactly what the crow is in all of this, a distraction. A maniacal mind that has gone too far. I think what we are playing with is much greater than what the crow has in mind. I think our best bet is to save one at a time. First, we save the people, then we save the city, and then we see what happens next.
I like that. What of events? What about you, Fizz? Are you going to be okay when the time comes? You think you can handle that thing?
We'll see.
I know you can.
You have to.
Hey, you got some power in them dragon arms, Maybe there's something there that'll pull through.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, what's up with those scales anyway?
Oh, I was born with them. This is why my kin left me.
I don't have scales either?
No, I'm a bad omen to my people.
What, because you have scales? That makes you a bad omen?
Well, Veya, where I come from, dragons aren't necessarily the most welcomed thing. And in fact, I don't even know who my parents were. I only know my elder, and she found me underneath a fizzle branch tree, and that's my name.
This seems like a bit of a private conversation. I'll bid you adieu for the evening, for all of you to spend some time together.
Lucy, before you go, real quick, did anyone see a hawk by any chance? Any
good question.
Notes? Anything coming in?
I haven't heard any, but I'll put some feelers out and see if I can find, or at least learn if anyone has.
That's not a good sign.
If we haven't heard anything back, you think we could have a couple of the rebels going in to cause shit? Just maybe swing by the bar, see if everything's okay.
Of course. I'll tell you what. I'll lead that small faction myself, just to make sure your brother's all right. Once we know for sure that Sam is all right, I will make my way over to the tower and wait for you there.
Yeah, Sam could help too. He knows how to fight.
I don't know what tomorrow holds. I might be able to see timelines, but I cannot see the future. But I will say, if I was a betting man, I believe that you are the best bet. I don't know why. But there's something about each of you, individually, that create a much larger picture that I think any of you even see. Al with his unwavering spirit and conviction. Fizz with his subtle and soft gentle intellect. And honestly, once you make sense of it, and no offense, Fizz, but once you make sense of it, rivals some scholars I once knew.
You used to the smell too.
That's what keeps all the knowledge in.
Right.
Rune, you press forward in adversity in every way. There is no one who I would want to fight by my side more. And Veya, you were born for this. Thank you all for believing not only in what you know is true, but the path that was laid out in front of you. Thank you.
You're pretty good yourself, Lucy. You've kind of helped us a lot here. I think we would have been a little lost without you, so...
Yeah.
Thanks for showing up. You know, you
Go
probably
take care
could
of
be...
your plant.
Yeah. And hey,
Yeah.
maybe along all this, we'll find you, the lady that you're looking for.
Yeah.
I hope so. I still believe that the world depends on it. I wish you all a good night. And we'll see you in the
Sleep well,
morning.
Lucy.
He gives a proper noble nod before turning and leaving you all once again around the campfire.
Veya will sit
Maybe
next to Fizz. So can you turn into a dragon or something? I don't understand.
I'm still not
No.
convinced it's not a fish. Can you be a fish?
No, well, okay. Look, and he goes to pretend to start to cast a spell, and you can see this the draconic skull scales start to glow a bit. And we did meet someone, and they did tell me kind of this is a white dragon's scales. So I can't turn into a fish or anything like that. I mean,
Have you
maybe.
tried? Maybe you just haven't found the right spell for it yet.
That's true. I mean, that's the main reason I've ran into these guys, right? I wanted to go to the crow's nest to see if I could get rid of this.
Wait, why would you get rid of it? Wouldn't being a dragon be awesome? Who would mess with you if you're a dragon? You can do whatever you want.
Oh, man, now I'm just picturing Veya as a dragon. It's terrifying.
It'd be
That'd be
amazing.
really-
This
that'd
wouldn't be
be
a problem
really
at all. We
scary.
could just fly to the crow's nest if I were a dragon.
That is true.
Yeah.
But you didn't let us ride you as when you were an alpaca. Why would you let
That's
us ride you as a dragon?
That doesn't count.
Probably
Alright,
was
fair.
hard on her back then at that time, because just
Yeah.
a dragon wouldn't even feel it. You know what I mean?
We jumped on pretty hard. Yeah, we jumped on pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
Um,
saddle.
No, well, Veya, I want to go back to my kin. I haven't seen them.
They disowned you. All because you had some things on your arm.
It wasn't my elder's choice, and it wasn't my friend's choice either. It was the rest of the elders, and it was my fault too. I was the one who got caught. I was showing off in front of my friends, playing pranks, and
But you
got
got caught being you?
using magic. Yeah.
I'm sorry, is this world not okay with magic? I don't understand.
Yeah, it seems weird the way they pick and choose it. So can you use magic back home, but you just can't use magic if you have dragon scale arms?
You can, but dragons are just such a bad omen to my people
Right.
that now the moment I came in the picture and I was revealed, they said I was a bad luck charm. And I mean,
you're goofy, but I don't know. You brought my friends to me. Guess technically you've been a good luck charm for me.
Yeah, kind of weirdly the same. I mean, since we found you in that smelly box, it's kind of we've been figuring stuff out,
Yeah.
I wasn't in a box. I was standing laying on one.
You
Are
came out
things
of the
like
box.
Good omens? Are you a good omen? I think you count as a good omen.
Well, you know, remember the lady in the Emerald City ruins saying I was gonna be like some sort of white knight or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, and then
Look,
she
you
called
got
you
the
like a
white
force of
scales part.
destruction.
And now you
Yeah.
have a stick that kind of works as a sword. I guess that makes you a knight. I'm not gonna knight you. That's not.
I don't think no disrespect, Commander, but I don't think you have the jurisdiction for that. Is that a word?
Veya can knight you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
also
think-
very rude.
I think you should knight all of us. An
Yeah, that way
honorary
we can
knighting.
think of all
Okay,
the
well,
tax
maybe I
breaks and
don't
free
have that
food.
power right now. Let's not talk about that. That seems a little overstretching. As she kind of backs out of that.
But
I'm just reading into this stuff, Fizz, but genieism, they tell us to look ahead into prophecies and whatnot. So just kind of deconstructing what we were told about you being, the avatar of destruction and stuff. Maybe that has something to do with what we're about to do. If you're the one controlling the staff, maybe you're the one to kind of rebuild everything.
That could be cool. Maybe you just destroy all that's wrong.
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe it's a good thing.
That's a good point. And he kind of like brings his knees in a little bit more to his chest and gets a little bit closer to the fire. Then he goes, if it comes down to it, I'll let you guys get back to where you need to be, even if that means I'm not coming with you.
No. We've already lost enough people to this universe shuffling nonsense. We're not going to lose you too.
Oh, what if he doesn't want to come? What if he wants to go home?
I mean, I guess. To be fair, I don't know much about outside Agrabah back home until I left it, so I've never heard of the Susian Hills back home. Have you, Rune?
It's beautiful over there. Everything is so colorful and large and just so fun. I don't know if I'm ready to go.
Veya sits close and puts her head on her hands. So, yeah, hand on hands. Stacking them.
It's a commander
So
thing.
It's a little taller. So let's say you get to be a part of this convergence and you get to shape the world. Would you change? What, so that all the elders like you too? Or that being dragonish isn't a bad omen? I mean, you're going to have a lot of power. Obviously, you don't want to just go back home and pretend things were how they were because it didn't work out.
I think the only thing I would change, I wouldn't change anything. I would just hope that they would hear about what I did, and I'd let them bring me back in.
Wow. That's giving a lot of hope that people are nice.
You gotta believe in everyone. You gotta believe in the best of people, Veya. And what happened to me shaped who I am now. And with all these experiences and these setbacks, I found all of you fantastic people.
We are fantastic. That at least is true.
And there's no way that any one of you would push me in front of a horse-drawn carriage at all.
Absolutely not.
Not a single one. Not even like the pride listening outside.
No.
Who might be
Not even-
typing.
Not even to save another life. Like
But
a trolley problem.
what I'm trying to get to is that you can't change the past, but you can make for a better future. And this is what it's going to be all about. If we can resculpt things in a way we want it to be, is hopefully people accept the past and move towards a better future.
Okay, wrong. You can change the past. We've seen people do it. That's exactly why we're here in the first place.
Good
so
point.
enough of all this crap.
True,
If we do this, you're gonna have ultimate power, Fizz. And you can kind of pick and choose. I'm not
But what
saying
would you change, Al? Right, we're all going through this convergence together. If you
Probably
were to
get my
shape the
family
world,
back.
what do you want?
definitely find the piece of shit who killed my family back home and to just make it so they never retain power. But then I wonder if they didn't obtain power, would we have also made some decisions? So maybe like just before they made their move, they get turned into a chicken. I'm happy with that.
That's fair.
And besides that, I mean, see, I guess this is where it gets weird. I mean, like, because if I did that, then I never would have met you guys. So, but do I give up my family so I meet my friends? My family's not actually, I don't know if they're fully dead. So, I don't know. It's a lot of questions. You're making me think.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to go what? If we merge and our brains start mushing together and it pulls in any vision, who knows where it's going to draw inspiration from? If you don't have a picture in your mind, it's not going to be very clear.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's hypothetical. Maybe we don't have this power at all and it's all stupid, but I'm just,
Yeah,
curious.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, you're probably right, though. I should probably understand maybe what I'd be shooting for. Yeah. See, the weird thing is I don't even know what's going on here. I didn't even have time to check out back home. Like, I don't know. We heard a little bit, but like, I don't know. It's all confusing. But ideally, yeah, I'd like to have my family back and hopefully be able to make sure everyone in Agrabah's okay.
Rune? You gonna keep this look?
I think so.
I like it. I think you should. You look way more badass. Not that before you weren't badass looking, but the first version was like Girl Scout cookie handing out.
Yeah.
You literally did hand us cookies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you're not
kind of
scary
why.
at all.
I think if I think I wouldn't want to change the fact that I followed Sleeping Beauty, because I think, like Fizz, adversity informs who you are. And I think without that, I wouldn't have taken a minute to figure out who I was. And I think that if I got to pick my reality, I'd get Barrick back. I miss him so much.
I hope he's okay.
Me too.
Veya will scooch over by the fire and kind of lean against Rune. I mean, he's definitely okay.
Yeah.
He probably hasn't peed in ages because no one's given him permission. But other than that, I'm sure he's fine. He's resilient. Stupid, but resilient.
Every time he changes to something, he pee a little involuntarily. It probably leaked out.
Listen, you survived. He's probably hoping that you're okay, and so it'll be fine. I hope.
It's making me think, though. Maybe what I said to Fizz earlier wasn't fully right. If we do things to change the past, for example, like what happens to Barrick? If we restore the town back and have everything the way they were, the version of Barrick that we knew and that we adventured with, would they just be out there somewhere?
What do you mean?
Like, let's say we had this magical wish power, Rune, and we restored the way things were. We went back home, we were in the village, Barrick was back. But what happens to the version of Barrick that's currently not here? Are they just restored, or are they just out there somewhere?
Oh, I hate this multiverse sort of thing. I can't figure out how it works.
So I guess we need to make some rules. No going back. What's happens has happened.
All right.
We have to
leave the past, and we're just forming the future.
Not to say we can't get Barrick, Rune, but maybe we set ourselves up in a better position to be able to find them when we come on the other side, you know? I don't know. Proper technology, or maybe just a general idea of what to do once we get there, but I don't know. I'm worried if we pick Barrick out of some weird cosmic ether. What happens to the Barrick if we form the new universe? Will there be two Barracks? They're gonna want to fuck or fight. I don't want to see either one of that. You know it's true. Yeah, they would.
I can't think about that, Al. That's gross.
I'm worried about it, and let alone I don't know what that means for us or Fizz over here with his family. It's a lot to take on, but
All right. I think that's fair. We won't change the past. We'll leave that as is, and we'll just focus on the future.
We have to change the past because my mom's an evil witch right now in the past.
Right.
Well, we can solve that. I mean, it's just we can't undo her being an evil witch, if that makes sense, because then we never would have went on the journey. We never would have gotten here to this point in the first place.
So
We don't
maybe
need
like my
to-
mom, she wakes up?
We don't need to actually make sure the timelines make sense. We're creating a whole new reality.
That's true.
We don't have to go on this journey.
If we're creating a new reality, we want the gods?
Oh, that's big thinking, Veya. I don't know if we could just wipe away gods like that.
I don't know. It's the convergence. We're dreaming big. Who knows? Maybe we can't, but, we're just sitting here talking around a fire.
I don't know if that.
Al
should
kind of
be
moves
fast.
slightly away from Veya a little bit.
Why? You're not gonna smite me. What? Sleeping Beauty, go ahead. See if I'm afraid of you.
Have you lost your mind?
Maybe. She abandoned you.
You kind of got that reversed.
You knew it wasn't the right choice for you. It wasn't like she had your best interest in mind. Did she?
No.
Why does she deserve to have that kind of worship for her? The acolytes. I trust you made the right decision.
I don't know. Taking faith from people who believe it and want it seems wrong too.
They can have that faith.
Not if she doesn't exist.
Well, she just doesn't have to be a god.
That's not really faith, is it?
Oh, you have faith in people. Lucy has faith in us. I don't know if that's.
I got faith in
misplaced.
contracts.
Yeah.
Genies aren't quite gods, but they're pretty cool. And you know what you're getting.
It's not just hopes and wishes. Not bad. But it just means maybe we get a little bit more control back in our lives instead of giving it to somebody else.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't want
I mean-
to take stuff away from people, though. I mean, the gods mean a lot to some folks out there. What happens when you take away the belief?
Guess they're gonna have to find out who they are. You found out who you are without Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah. But everyone's journey might be different. My relationship with Sleeping Beauty was very different than a lot of other people's. Not everyone was brought back to life to serve a purpose for her. Some people just preached her sermons, which aren't all that bad. They're about calm and peace and dreams and premonition.
I mean, those messages can still stay. Those are still great.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like a lot to start deciding us four little people here. What gods deserve to exist after. And I don't know, maybe there'll be someone else that makes more sense to make that decision. But it's already hard enough to figure out the morality of our own lives. Never mind other people's and God's. I mean, to a certain extent, I don't even know what Sleeping Beauty's full plan was.
Tell you this, it wasn't this. I think we kind of skirted that one. I don't think they planned for what we're doing now.
Yeah.
But Rune's right. I don't want to take decisions away from people. In some cases, maybe even wipe away stuff that we might not even know. If we remove a god, maybe that makes room for something worse to come along, you know?
So we leave
So-
Sleeping Beauty in place?
I think we leave it all in place. I think we just, fix the topsy-turvy of it all. We want to take anything that the crow had changed and just change that back, right?
I don't know what the answer is, because obviously there's some sort of Solomon really hates Sleeping Beauty. So there's some sort of battle going on, and I don't know who's on the right side.
Maybe no one is.
Yeah, I don't know. This is what I'm saying. This is kind of big. I really hope that someone else comes in and makes these decisions for us. These are wild choices to make.
I don't know. It seems every time Sean's made a decision for us, it's always worked out with us trying to scramble to undo the decision. I'm okay with making this one, but just know that however it goes, we got to live with it. And honestly, Ruin, your third option back there, I don't know if that's a bad one either. Who's to say we don't just clear the chessboard and build whatever lives we have now? I mean, Veya's in a pretty good spot. They have their mom and their dad. We got your parents back home. Fizz can go back to his place. Sam's there. I can figure out what's left with the family and try to pick up the pieces. Might be hard, but might be able to make it work. If we jump through that portal, I don't know what it looks like on the other side, so we might be back farther than we started here.
Just because we know what's here doesn't mean it's better. Barrack still isn't here. And we know that this place was created. We know it's wrong. We know it's not the right reality. I mean, you can decide what you want to do, but I don't think staying here is the right option.
Yeah, I don't like knowing that there could be something that we don't know that the crow did. Years from now it comes up, and because we didn't fix it, everything collapses. I'd rather have a fresh start without someone's creepy hands all over the reality.
Well, somebody ripped us out of the other reality. Like everyone else here. They all have the same memories that we have, so we know that this place is not right.
Yeah.
I do think you guys need to go home, back to your original lives.
Yeah, so many questions, I guess. And when we do go, are we going to be able to pick out the people that we want to come with us? Can we take Veya's parents? At this point, it'd be weird not to.
We'll only know when we cross that bridge, I guess.
Yeah.
I think we know the right answers. And I think we know them. We just have to be there in the moment when this new reality is being made, I think.
I do know this. We got to go through that crow to do it. And I, for one, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this fight. We shouldn't underestimate him, but it's going to feel real good to sit him on his ass.
It'll feel real good to chop off his head.
Yeah, that one too.
That's aggressive. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Veya, you think when we chop off his head, you think it'll be blood
make
or like
sure he's
straw?
really dead. Beheading is like a clear way to make sure like he probably can't come back.
I got some ideas for that.
I don't know. Maybe we bring a stake too. He could be a vampire. I don't know that much about the crow.
Could be a bird.
Could be a bird.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a bird?
His name's Crow.
Very on the nose. Maybe he just wears a lot of feathers.
Yeah.
That's not pretty flammable.
Thing that Fizz has said.
Hey guys, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You can't judge me.
Fizz,
Hey.
hold you gotta go in the bathroom at the same place everybody else uses the bathroom.
Noted. I broke the Inquisitor.
What do you mean?
You broke he's a plant. How can you break a plant?
Yeah.
Well, the vessel the pot, I broke that.
Why? Were you angry still?
I mean, I'm not mad. It's whatever.
I was scared.
I do wonder if the pot was maybe like a part of him because he got morphed into the plant. So
Yeah.
is the pot his clothes?
Ow,
Or was the pot his skin?
Ow, shh.
What were
I'm
you
so-
scared
I'm-
about?
Shh.
He was a plant. Do you not like cilantro that much?
No,
You don't have to eat it. Actually,
I
it'd be
like
kind of weird to eat it.
cilantro.
Eat
I like
him.
it a lot in a burrito. You never heard about those? Those are in sushi and stills.
So then why were you afraid?
Well, he didn't give us the answers we wanted, and I was afraid that was going to hurt our chances of getting anywhere. And then that was me being kind of vindictive to him and being like, "Hey, this is what you get when you don't listen to us." And I don't know, it's something just kind of welled up in me, and I made the decision, and I regret it a lot.
I get it. You wanted to feel big by tearing something down smaller than you, and now the emptiness in your hole isn't fixed by vengeance.
So, Commander, I understand if you want to lock me in the brig.
Did you think I brought a brig with us?
Well, you can like find one. You can like make makeshift one or something.
What do you think appropriate punishment would be for that? Is this
I
a
don't know. You're the
prisoner?
commander.
Work with me here.
Okay. 1, breaking rocks.
Yeah.
2, cleaning out the latrines. 3,
Make you smell worse?
touche. 3, maybe I stand guard over all of our food stores for the night. And then if some guy comes by, he's like, "I'm here to peel potatoes," and I'm like, "Excuse me, see your identification." And then I tell you that was a spy trying to break into the camp, and then you're like, "Cool, now you're a sergeant."
Are you?
No. Okay. First of all, do you feel sorry about what you did?
Yeah, I acted impulsively, and I do act impulsively a lot, but not like in a vindictive way, which is a
Okay.
word I just learned. And I'm really sorry.
Did
I
you
hope-
apologize to the plant?
No,
You should probably start with that, right?
I thought we left it back at the rebel camp. What is it? Rebel camp.
Rebel plant.
The guilt is on his mind.
It's literally everything I say. I can't forget the plant.
I
Listen,
don't know.
I'd
I
probably
think-
make you do like 100 push-ups and carry Al for the rest of the trip, but you're actually sorry about something. You should at least just apologize.
I don't see why I have to be punished for this.
I'll ask Lucy if he has the plant. I'll go apologize to the plant.
Probably just in Lucy's tent. You can go in. It's fine.
Have we considered that Lucy actually murdered someone and turned them into a plant, and Fizz is just apologizing to plant matter, and there's not actually anyone in there that can hear him?
Plants are alive. If Barrick were here,
Yeah.
he'd be real pissed at you.
That's true.
I can talk to
If
plants.
Barrick were here, he
See?
would have laughed at the plant for being such a nerd.
You
Check
should
this
talk
out.
to the plant. And even if it isn't alive and maybe Lucy made it all up, if you felt bad, you should do what you feel is right. Not to me, because I'm not the one who needs your apology. You didn't do wrong by me.
I'll go
Listen,
apologize.
I
to the plant.
respect that you want to make things right. I think that's actually good that you take ownership of your actions. I actually don't judge you for that. I didn't like the Inquisitor at all. I wanted to do worse.
I mean, to be fair, we were gonna anyway, right?
I know.
don't see the issue.
I did think about pulling a leaf off the plant just to see what would happen, but I let that dark thought really go back down into the old vault, you know?
Listen,
But-
you found yourself where you didn't have your friends around you to tell you to stop. You got in an unfortunate spot and it sucks. And did you do it wrong? Yeah. But it's
I don't
not
know,
against
Veya.
me, and it's not against the rebel army, and it's not against the pride.
I think we got to read up on the proper penal code on this one. I mean, really, he killed a prisoner of war. Al's gonna kind of wink at Veya. I think that sounds more of like a court-martial, execution situation, don't you think?
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
Veya will get a little bit. Yeah.
Oh God, I didn't mean to go this far. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Fizz.
Tell you what,
Wow.
after you finish doing all of this, we'll court-martial you, and then you will have to be, I don't know, banished
Not if I
from the
resculpt
red
world.
Emerald City forever. The Ruby City, the Emerald City, whichever one it ends up becoming, you'll just not be allowed to come back.
Maybe
You have
we
to
call
go
it
back to your
Fizzerald
tiny
City.
little hills or wherever you're from and stay there for the rest of your life.
Tiny Veya. If you came there, literally, you'd be like the smallest thing there, which is kind of.
You want to say that again to my
Sorry,
face?
Commander. Sorry, Commander.
Your hills are tiny.
Sorry, Commander. Yes, Commander. They're very tiny. Minuscule, in fact.
Sorry, yes, sir.
Where's your war face?
It's all right, Fizz. You know, I think if you end up saving the day, you'll be held as a hero, and you know, there's probably rules in that you know you won't get court-martialed or sent to exile. So
I don't need your stupid apology. All you have to do is go talk to that dumb plant, which apparently you can do, and you say your apologies there. And then next time, when you feel like murdering something, just don't do it alone.
yeah,
Have an
let us know
accomplice.
so we can murder stuff with you.
Or we'll tell
Okay.
you to stop, something like
Oh.
that.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can go get banished to your tiny little hills. Deal?
Yes, the tiny hills.
Yes, what?
Yes, Commander.
Say it with more heart.
Yes, Commander.
God, they suck at this.
Speaking of setting things right, I kind of, well, before that, I just wanted to say to everybody here that whatever happens the next little tomorrow, or I don't know how long it's going to take, but whatever happens next, I'm really grateful that it's you guys by my side.
I feel like that sounds like a toast.
Okay.
Go get some wine as she shoves Rune over.
It's so far.
I assume we have some by our camp area, right? Like maybe some rations
okay.
and
Not,
drinks.
not
just-
too
Elder's
far.
leave.
There is a ration camp close to it.
Rune
Yeah.
grabs the jug right nearby.
I was not
Fills
going on a night
all
walk
the
without wine.
glasses that everyone already had.
Listen,
and
we can
refilled
only be a
them.
bunch of flasks. You don't have to be fancy with this.
Okay,
Like, we
Rune.
packed the good champagne flutes.
Rune fills Veya's flask.
You do find a small cask of wine not too far away, along with some of the other rations, as well as while wooden and probably not the most useful for holding liquids, you do find some wooden flagons, not too far from just outside the grove that you stay at.
All right. Rune gives everyone a flagon except Veya and fills her flask.
Come on.
You want
Veya's a little
a
shaky as
flagon?
it feels.
Oh. If you want a flagon, I just thought you really liked your flask.
You're right, I do. It looks way better.
Right. Okay.
So Rune will pour everyone a drink, and she'll raise her glass and say, "To us."
To us.
To us. I was going to
Us.
bend down and clink glasses with Minnie.
Aw.
To us, no.
Well said, Minnie.
You know what? You're right. This is the best group I could have asked for. To us.
To us.
I wish we had Jack Thunderbolt and then it could be the best group. But yeah, to us.
To
I
us.
mean, I agree with that.
I think we got this. And hey, if we fail, none of it matters anyway, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the attitude.
Hey, Al.
Huh?
You want to take a walk with me?
Not particularly.
You should
Oh.
probably go for a walk with her, you dingbat.
Even I could pick up on that.
thought we were already out here. Okay, fine. Let's go for a walk, Rune. I'm sure you have to use the bathroom, right? That's got to be... Am I picking up on this right?
I want to talk to you on the walk. That's what's happening. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I mean, we can... All right, let's go.
Okay.
I got to use the bathroom, though. You're going to have to hold me up.
I'm not helping you go to the bathroom.
With all respect, Commander, I don't think you could even help, really.
No offense.
You just make it worse.
I'm too tall.
I decided I don't want to be your washroom buddy. So if you have to go pee, go now, and then we can go.
Cut to like 3 minutes. Al coming back. Like, all right, let's go.
Jesus Christ.
God, I hope you wash your hands.
Okay, as soon as we get like a little bit away from the group, doesn't have to be too far. I've been wanting to talk to you for a little while. Few things. The first thing is, I was working on a gift for you.
Oh, cool. What'd you get? Like a new dagger, a new cloak? What are we talking about? Yeah.
Well, okay. Before you get excited, she pulls out like a necklace out of her pouch, but it's like just like a thin piece of leather with like a wooden bead like strung to it. Before I became this version of me, I was trying to learn how to put a spell in a bead. In this bead. And I really wanted this gift to be like a symbol of like, to show you that I'll always have your back and that I'll protect you. Because, well, we know everything we've been through. I haven't been the greatest. So I wanted it to be that. And I learned this really cool healing spell that like, if you got knocked out, it would just bring you back. And I really wanted to put it in that bead, but then everything changed and I can't do that anymore. So it's just a necklace. But I wanted to still give it to you because I mean, it still has the intention. And intention has power sometimes. May not be as direct as reviving you, but I don't know, with everything coming up seems dangerous, and I feel safe with your scarf. So maybe this, I don't know, will mean something. She'll hand it over to Al.
As you like sort of go to put it into his hand, it just falls through his hand. And then just kind of realize that you've been talking to an illusion as Al steps up behind from a tree. He's like, "What are you doing, Rune? You got a necklace or something?"
I hate
He's
you.
gonna cut off. He's like, "Check it out. I learned new spells."
I hate you. So
Raina and Rune hate you.
I thought about if I should do it or not. Then I was like,
This is
"Yeah,
layered."
this is appropriate." So I'm gonna spend a spell slot because I've cast Major Image at 3rd level.
Are you?
So much effort. So much effort to say I don't care about you.
That's the clip. All right, but no, I was gonna be like,
you?
I was gonna walk up and be like, "I heard what you said. I just wanted to try the new thing." But I do appreciate it, even though there's no healing spell in it. It won't revive me if I get stabbed, which might be handy in a bar fight someday. It seems to happen a lot back home. People are just very stabby. But yeah, I appreciate it, Rune. I'll hang on to it. And hey, who knows? Maybe with this new power, you'll find something like even cooler to put in. Maybe you can make laser hands inside the necklace.
yeah, maybe. If I do, and if we know each other, wherever we go next, I'll figure something out.
Yeah, I think we got this. We've been and I through what? 2, 3 realities now? I've kind of lost count at this point. So I think wherever we're going next after this, we'll find each other again.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't think we have a choice in the matter, to be honest. Just seems to always kind of line up that way.
I hope so. You know, the other thing what I really wanted to say to you is, you've known me for so long, and ever since you've known me and since I've known myself, I haven't known who I was. That sounded super confusing, but you know what I mean. I was just following whatever Sleeping Beauty wanted and what my mom wanted, what Barrick wanted, what everyone else wanted. I didn't know who I was. And there were so many times you always knew who I was. I mean, look what happened with Sleeping Beauty. When I left her, you said to me that you're the star. You've got the power. I didn't believe you. But you were right.
I know, Rune. I saw from the beginning. You with Sleeping Beauty and you and all the things that you've done, it's just been to protect the people around you. I don't know, not for nothing, but not that I don't think you've believed in the causes, but I think the tools that you were getting for them was kind of the main incentive, right? And I think that comes out of really who you really are. Not a servant to some god or giant power. You're just a person who wants to keep care of the ones that she loves.
Yeah. Just it's a really nice feeling to know that somebody knows you. I have a lot of memories, a lot of highlights from the last little bit. I don't even know how long it's been, but a lot of those best memories are with you, and they're those little quiet moments that we've had. Like, remember when we were in the Mushroom Kingdom and we were trying to get disguised because all that stuff was happening in the market, and you gave me your scarf for the first time as a disguise, but then we started rubbing dirt all over each other.
Yeah, I remember. That's how you blend in. People don't look at dirt.
Yeah, see, you found a way to make a really scary and dark moment in my life just a little bit brighter. And when I couldn't use my powers, you took me out to that field and we were looking at the stars, and you just made me feel better. And then when I died, I was really upset. And you made me an old-fashioned. It's like you kind of bring a little dawn to my darkness. And anyways, what I'm trying to say is that if we get a choice, whatever's going to happen next in the next reality, I'd like it to be with you as your neighbor or as a friend. Well, if I'm being honest, I like to be more than friends. But you don't have to say anything. I'm not telling you for me. I want you to know with this necklace and with everything that I'm saying that you're cared about, and by more than just me, but absolutely by me.
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack, Rune, but I've always kind of assumed that wherever you were going, I was coming with you. I never really thought otherwise. When I do think otherwise, I don't like that idea of that. Like I said, I've known this for my family the whole time, but at this point, with the amount that we've been through, I feel like you guys are probably closer than they have been. So I'm not going anywhere if you're not. And whatever else that looks like along the way, then we can figure it out. I mean, I'm not going to bore you. Like, Runa, I don't know if I'm the most dateable around. I mean, I got a lot going on here, but
Date?
you kind of do too.
Are we going on a date?
You said more than friends. I just thought maybe there was like a date there. If you wanted to be like a stepsister, I could get behind that too. I didn't want to assume nothing, but okay. I mean, now I'm confused. But look, whatever it looks like on the other side, it wouldn't be the same without you. Or Veya, or stupid Barrick. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But especially you, it wouldn't feel as good. And I feel like even though this is kind of like a big climactic kind of moment for us, and almost feels like the end of a book, I guess you could say. I don't know. I don't think it'll be our last one. You know?
Yeah. It's not goodbye.
Yeah.
See you soon.
I don't know. Maybe you call me superstitious, but when I look ahead, I just don't feel like it's an empty road for me anymore like I used to. I wouldn't have had that without you. Or the rest of the group, so you got me till the end.
You got me till the end.
At this point, the image flickers out. Al steps over behind a tree.
I'm joking.
I'm joking.
Dead.
What are you guys talking about?
Push Al in front of a truck.
This poll got so much easier to answer.
Yeah. Cut to Al back at camp with Veya, and he's like, "So you like peanuts or whatever? Like, what do you guys eat?"
Actually, will the two of you do your bathroom break talk? Veya will grab a bottle and offer to fill up Fizz's drink.
He takes it, and after he's swirling the drink around, he looks up from his fire and he says to Veya, "You know, Veya,
Yeah?
you're braver than most,
What do you mean?
and you're kinder than you let on."
That is a lie, and whoever told you that is a liar. Don't believe them. I'm mean, and that's what you should believe.
You're fierce, and that's good, but you also try to tuck that kindness away. And all I'm going to tell you is that's the kind of bravery we need right now.
I hope it's enough.
Look, you're commander now. You've got this.
Yeah, I'm commander now, which means I have to have this. Before, I was just captain, and it was easier because then, there were at least people above me, and now that I'm higher up, it feels so much more like it's all on my shoulders.
Before I got to meet you, do you know how many times they said, "I wish Veya was here. She made all the decisions. I wish Veya could help us out of this situation."
They said that?
Of course they did. And from what I'm seeing now, that's the truth. So, even it's just a title, but you've been commanding your whole life. Don't doubt yourself, okay?
Okay. If you get tired of those stupid small hills and whatnot, you can come down and stay in Star Tier Village or something.
We'll see.
You'd have to take a shower first. There's like a standard, typical cleanliness protocol. But I think other than that, you'd fit right in. Maybe make the village better or something. I don't know.
Thank you for the invite, and maybe I'll take you up on that. Maybe I'll come by and visit.
That's fine too.
I'll try and keep around.
And you're not a bad omen. I don't know what they said to you to make you believe that, but obviously that's just stupid. Those scales look awesome. I don't know why you keep covering them. They look way more badass. Everybody else seems to be visually leveling up. Rune looks cooler. I mean, Al still looks like Al, but Al was already good looking anyway. And now you've got these scales. You shouldn't have hidden these.
Maybe you're right, and I'm not going to be hiding them anymore.
Maybe I'm right. She takes a drink of her flask. Try that one again. No, I'm
Maybe you're
serious.
right.
Try that again.
He looks you dead in the eyes and just half smirks. Maybe you're right.
No, I am right. I gave you a clear way to answer this. And she kind of like goes over to get another drink.
It's just like you as being a commander. Something for hard, something that's hard for us to actually accept.
She'll take a big swig.
Cheers.
As the night winds down, Al and Rune make their way back to the fire. Stories are told. No more discussion around what's to come or what you want the rest of your world to look like. Just a few moments amongst friends. You all know what comes next. Or at least you can try and understand. But now's not the time for that. Now is just time for a little while longer. And that's more than enough. Eventually, sleep takes hold. And you find yourself drifting off. A little nervous. A little bit more liquid courage. And a lot more resolve. That no matter what happens next, if you can make it through, things will be better. I'm assuming there's nothing else anyone wants to do before a long rest.
Play a game of Toss the Pig.
Apologize to the plant. That's it.
Oh my god. Yes, we need to ask Jeremy one last time if Jeremy wants to fly.
Oh, Fizz has talk with animals. Okay, we've clearly had a lot to drink. We pulled Jeremy out of his slumber.
Yes.
Fizz. This is very important.
Yeah.
You ask this question. You have to talk with animals and convey exactly what Rune
The whole plan.
says.
Okay.
All right, so
And let Jeremy know Rune's the one who really wants to know the answer too. I feel like knowing that is important.
Yes.
here's the deal. I can talk to them, but I'm gonna tell Jeremy to do 2 clicks of his hoof if that's a yes or a no for
Okay.
one. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Jerry Bear, how are you? Do you wanna fly? Like Rune's asking, Minnie's asking. Oh no, do you want to fly just one time?
Jeremy takes a moment. He looks up to each one of you. You can see a timid little pig face. he looks very nervous in the moment. Before raising his paw and scratching it once on the ground.
Does that mean yes? Does that mean yes?
Oh, that's a no.
I know.
Oh. A moment passes before he scratches again.
Once again, Jer Bear.
Yes or
One clop is no. 2 clops is a yes.
Oh. 2 quick
Okay,
taps on the
Jer Bear.
ground.
He wants to fly, guys. He wants to fly. Oh my god, he wants to fly.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pick up Jeremy. Okay. And then, is there any like box or crates or anything that I can like climb up on? Like not too high. I don't want to like if he falls, I don't want him to die. Okay.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
You do where you had found the
Murder.
wines and the flagons before. You do find a few crates and barrels. It takes a moment, but all of you decide that for whatever reason, this is a good idea to do. As you stack 3 crates on top of each other, as Rune kind of steps up to the very top.
Okay. Jeremy, you and I have had a rough go.
I imagine you just holding in front of him,
Yes!
like face to
Eye
face.
level.
Yeah.
You and I, we've had a rough go. But I think what's important is that, just like me and Veya, we found trust in each other in the end. And now we can be besties. Okay.
Can Veya,
he
while
pauses.
Rune is holding the pig up face to face, eye to eye, that Veya comes up from behind Jeremy and just shoves him forward for a pig kiss?
Oh. I thought you were shoving us off the platform, and I
No,
was
no,
like,
no.
"No."
As you push Jeremy forward, Jeremy has a very sunken look on his face as he seems to have grown to trust you a little bit more since the last experiment of trying to get him to fly. You get a sense of compassion from him. Maybe it's more. Maybe it's
Love.
almost romantic in a
Oh,
sense.
no.
Oh
No.
no.
Did not expect this love triangle, but okay.
When suddenly,
Al's gonna
with
like
a little tap from the back of Veya, he goes in for the kiss, planting one squarely on the tip of your nose.
Dave, you have outdone yourself.
The
The story I didn't know I needed.
Rune like pulls him back from her face.
Al's gonna come in as you're pulling him back, and I'll be like, "All right, come on, Jimmy." And Dave, I would like to go ahead and do something here at this moment in time.
Wait, let me throw him first, and then you do your thing.
No, you monster.
Why? Oh, do you need to touch? Do you need to touch out
No.
of game? Oh,
No, not at all. Okay, go ahead and throw a pig. I mean, I just morally, I don't think it's right. Okay.
I'm trusting you out of game, Nate. We've been building.
She's
to this
gonna look real
moment.
bad if you don't cast it.
I have a way to retrieve the pig if you make him airborne.
Retrieve him.
Uh-huh.
Call him net.
I thought you were casting a spell to help him fly.
Right.
It's possible, but if Rune just chucks him up in the air, I might have to like panic. I don't know if physics might
Panic?
come into play. If you throw him, and I don't know if I can get my spell off in time to get him. I think.
How long does it take you to cast a spell?
It's a
Ow.
ritual.
Bonus
It's
action.
10 minutes.
It's a bonus action. yeah.
It would be long, bro.
Wait, does Rune know this and just does it? I hope Jeremy stays in the air for 10 minutes.
No, it's a bonus action, but
Ow.
I have to be the one to toss him.
All right, Rung, you go for it.
Okay. Teamwork. I'm trusting you out of game. Please don't make me kill this pig, Nate. Please. Okay. Jeremy.
With a look of determination on Jeremy's face, a pure trust that only a pig and his potential love interest could have with one another. Very similar. This is
Take out the competition.
This is Jack and what's her name from Titanic all over again.
I'll never let go, Jack.
Okay, Jeremy. The last time I threw you, it was over a river. And you landed in the water. This time it's just ground. So just in case, make sure your feet point towards the ground, okay? And Al is over here, and he can save you if anything goes wrong. Right, Al?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah. We totally got this, Jimmy. Trust me, we got this.
Okay, I'm gonna count to 3, and then I'm gonna toss you, and like the most determined pig you've ever been, you go aerodynamic. Dynamic mode, okay?
What does that look like?
I don't
He stretches
Like a
his
pig
legs out.
arrow. That's exactly it.
Okay,
Pencil
I think I
dive
got
for
an
a pig.
idea here.
Okay,
Okay.
ready? Here we go. Everyone count with me. 1,
One.
2,
2,
3.
3.
We'll toss
Rue's
it.
gonna throw. All right. So when Jeremy kind of hits the apex of his toss, Al's just gonna do nothing. Ignore it. No, I'm joking. So when he hits the apex, I kind of have something cool here I want to do. So Al's gonna take his bonus action, Misty Step, and he's gonna catch up to Jeremy in air. Now, once he catches up to Jeremy in air, he's gonna be like, "You ready?" And he's gonna wait for Jeremy's little wait, and then we're gonna cast Thunderstep. Now, Thunderstep allows me to bring one willing creature with me, and I can teleport instantaneously to an unoccupied space I can see within range. When I disappear, there's a big thunder sound. Anybody within that section takes a lot of damage. There's nobody there. We're pretty high up in the air.
Just us.
So, whatever. So it's
How
a
high
big,
did
big,
Rune
cool-
throw Jeremy?
As you guys hear this giant
40
thunder
feet
clap.
up.
Yeah, so Al bamps 30 feet up, grabs a pig, and then proceeds to bamp another 90 feet into the air as we're going to thunderstep to its max distance of 90 feet. And then, as we come out of that, Al's going to look at Jeremy and be like, pretty cool, eh? This is my first time doing this myself. Which I assume was kind of cause him to have some form of panic, almost like as he's freaking out as we're sort of falling down. Now, I'd like to bring my final move in here, Dave. This is my cool new class feature that I've been working on since level 1 of the Genie Warlock. And as another bonus action, because we're not in combat, it's not really a timer thing, I am going to go ahead and use my class feature that allows me to gain flight speed of 30 feet.
Nice.
Which is really cool, and I can hover.
God.
So after bamfing 90 feet into the air, Al's going to go ahead and he's going to kind of get like a twister sort of thing, overtake his legs a little bit, and now we're going to hold Jeremy out Superman style and slowly kind of glide him towards the ground as we're falling with style.
This is a true love triangle now at this.
Pigs fly.
Yeah, this just got crazy. This, I will
Never-ending
allow
theme songs in my
everything
head.
that's just happened.
I'm out of spell slots. The pigs fly.
However, as you begin to descend, gliding closer and closer to the ground, your tornado-esque legs now whirling around you. The rest of you on the ground hear a small muttering of a familiar voice.
Oh, Minnie.
Black?
As you look over to see a smirking Lucy, who seems to be pointing up towards Jeremy and Al. Al, you try and hold on to Jeremy as much as possible. This isn't the right music for this. This is way too tense.
Oh no. Now he puts on sad music.
Yeah, we're not putting on sad music right now.
Funeral choir.
Yeah, we're putting on the funeral music.
Oh no! As Jeremy explodes from the impact.
Suddenly, you feel Jeremy now starting to jerk away from your hands, struggling a little bit. As you watch, as Lucy casts polymorph, as two wings spread out behind Jeremy's back.
This is the greatest character growth of this whole campaign.
You
Honestly.
watch as the wings begin to flap.
Al,
You
not
let go-
focused at all, does not know this is polymorph. He just assumes Jeremy's literally growing wings right now.
There.
Can we
As
cast
you-
enlarge and fly Jeremy to the crow's nest?
I almost wanted to get enlarged.
As you feel him pull away, letting the pig go now with wings spread wide, flapping. The two of you in unison, now soaring beside each other, feeling the wind on both of your faces and the weightlessness that only can come from this type of flying. And as the two of you pass by the moon, you see a look of the utmost joy on Jeremy's face. And those on the ground look over to Lucy as he gives one last wink, then turn up back towards the sky as your two faithful companions, as silhouettes fly past the full moon. And that's where we're going to end our session for the evening.
Ah. And the pig flew over the moon.
Pretty good.
Oh my god.
We did
What?
it, guys. Where's Jess at?
Truly.
We did it. We did it. I'm so glad that we got Jeremy to fly.
I mean, not
Now
only fly,
whatever
we got him
happens from here on out
120
does
feet in
not
the
matter.
air.
Yeah.
We got him up there.
Al does cool shit. Lucy helped out with the wings. It's Rune got to throw him. We built trust. Apparently a relationship.
It's all come full
Um,
circle.
All
yeah,
of it.
Rune was kissed tonight by a pig. So
You know, can't ask for too much.
yeah.
Be good.
Yeah.
It could have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that was
Hey,
the only thing
let's
that
not
was
laugh.
stopping
Back
us from
to
getting
the
Prince
point.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. Do we need to call this episode #Give Jeremy Wings? Or is that too much of a spoiler in the title?
Way too much of a spoiler.
Okay.
Yes.
We gotta be
Yeah,
When
just
pigs
call
fly.
it. Just call it when pigs fly.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I
That's a
love
good one.
that. I
There you
love
go. Perfect.
that.
There you go.
That's perfect. Okay, Dave can name things again.
Yeah.
Yes,
That was very
Nailed it.
redeeming.
nailed it.
Oh,
Redeemed.
full circle. God, full circle.
We got our weekend plans back, Dave. Yeah.
With that said, folks, we are going to wrap it up for the evening. Oh, Cookie Mon Steve, thank you so much for the sub at tier 2. Yes, you came in at the pinnacle of the campaign.
Such a sub.
And Power's coming in with those soft, supple 69 biddies. We love to see it.
Yeah.
We love to see it.
I mean, it wasn't as elongated.
But that's all we have for tonight. Thank you so much for watching, as always. And to all the adventurers out there, whether you find yourself in a bit of a conundrum, wondering what exactly tomorrow holds, or finally making a friend's wish come true, even if it just means pigs can finally fly. Love all your faces, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for the gift sub.
Thanks for the gift and for the follow. Okay, bye. Love you all your faces.
Bye now.
Bye, guys.
Bye.